why don't I just do this and help our family financially? And so I did a daycare for 10 years. All right, guys, we are gonna jump in his truck and head to, well, you'll see when we get there. I'm gonna wait a second to tell you what it is because you won't believe it. Like, you'll never guess, but it is amazing.
Yeah. Get busy. Get busy. Everybody get busy. I need y'all to report to the dance floor right this minute.
Who is in the house? Who is in the house? Who is in the house? Am I in the house? Who is in the house? Yami is in the house. Who is in the house? Everybody down.
Hey guys, welcome back to Not Enough Nelsons. Today's video is going to be answering the question that all of you have been asking. How on earth do you afford 16 kids? What do you guys do for a living? And Kass, with her cute little TikToks, she just keeps making it simple and saying, we're YouTubers. But actually, no, we are not. We've only been YouTubers for a few years, and we built this house before we ever even did one video on YouTube. And so we are about ready to tell you all of the ways that we have made money to support our 16 kids, and there are quite a few. Let's just say at one point, Benji and I had 6 jobs between the two of us. So anyway, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe down below. We love to do giveaways, and we love to do giveaways for our subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so just really briefly, because I don't want to bore you with all of the gruesome details, but when Benji and I were first married, we were dirt poor. I mean dirt poor. And we had so many jobs between the two of us. I worked at an ice cream shop, and I was also a distributor of newspapers. And then in the morning, Benji and I would go deliver newspaper bundles to all of like the paper boys. That was fun at 4 o'clock in the morning. And we would go and deliver salt to all of like the nearby grocery stores so that they could salt the roads when it would snow. Also, Benji used to work for like the banquet event service for our college that we were going to, our university we were going to, which was really awesome because he would set up all the chairs and like get everything out. And then while they were actually holding the event, he could do homework in the back, which was really good for him. And finally, on date nights, we used to collect cans. Oh, very glamorous. We collected cans literally 3 days a week, every week. And in 1 year, I think we saved about $950 from collecting cans, people. So that was also doing good for the environment and making us money. So we had all of these jobs. We had saved almost $20,000 by the time Benji had graduated university. So we were kind of like, okay, we can do this. So we bought our first house. On our first house, we did our landscaping, we did a few things. We sold it a little bit later, like 2 years later, for maybe $30,000 more than we had bought it for. Yeah, cool. So then we had 50 grand. Then we bought another house, did the same thing, fixed it up, did the yard. We sold that one for $90,000 more than we had. So then we had a huge nest egg and we were able to start building. At that point is when I learned that I had a talent that I didn't even know that I had. I started drawing my house plan, and I just was drawing it for me, right? And so I was putting it together, putting rooms together, deciding where I wanted things to go, and I had drawn it all out to scale. I decided that, a 1/4 inch equaled a foot, and I drew it. I went and brought it to an architect at the time, and he was a really nice guy, and he said, you know what, this is amazing, and you even drew the outside? He said, honestly, the only thing I have to change is like a few of the details, like, like toilet needed to have so much on the side of it and so much from the back wall, little details like that. But the first house that I drew, I was able to build, and that helped a ton, because building a house, you're able to see where everything goes. You're able to like put it in your mind better how you're going to draw plans, and that's where it all started. And that house that we built 2 years later, we sold it for double what we had built it for. So then we started with our developing. It was awesome and it was exciting, it was crazy, but we developed our first like 24 lot subdivision, and that's where Benji comes in. Boom! This guy right here, he developed it, did all the roads, all of the, sewer and the water under the roads, the sidewalk and curbing, that whole thing, and we were able to sell lots. Before I say that, during those few years that we were doing all of that, I started drawing houses for friends and family, and one night, late at night, I decided I was gonna draw our dream house. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. You stayed up all night long, and I went to bed.
I stayed up all night long till 4 o'clock in the morning. And people, I drew the main floor, the top floor, the basement, the front of the house, both sides. It was done, and it was huge, and I thought, this is the most beautiful house I've ever drawn, but I will probably never be able to build it. But when we developed that neighborhood and I was able to sell those lots, we were able to build our first dream home. Like, I am talking dream home. This house had an elevator. It had a basketball court. It was like a 2-story theater room. It had all these rooms around this great big room where kids could go, like places they could climb up, and like a fire pole to come down. It was amazing, right?
We didn't even think we were gonna live in it. It was such a dream home.
It was such a dream home. It was nuts. And at that time we had 4 kids. We had just adopted Bridger, and we were in the middle of adopting JourNee, and then boom, everything blew up. As you know, in 2007 to 2009, what blew up, honey?
The real estate market.
The real estate market. It all blew up. And so we ended up, what we thought we were going to be retiring. We had sold that house, we were moving, we were gonna retire, and then it was like, actually no, you're not gonna retire, you're going to go bankrupt. And so we lost pretty much everything that we had built and worked so hard for over 10 years time. But you know what? Live and learn. We had everything that we thought that we wanted, but nothing that we needed. We didn't have time with our kids. We didn't have time with each other. We were just working like crazy people. And so it was meant to be. We learned a lot. In fact, I think I wouldn't even change it if I had to go back now, would you? Honestly.
Absolutely not. It was hard.
So I'm going to jump on here and show you a few of the plans, like how I drew. I'm going to show you another thing that I used to do for a living for the past 10 years. And we are going to take you on a road trip to show you what Benji is in the middle of working on right now. But before we do, I wanted to quickly tell you a little bit about PenFed. And thank you so much, PenFed, for sponsoring this portion of our video. Okay, so as I'm walking to show you what used to be my daycare, I wanted to mention really quick PenFed. PenFed give great loans at great rates to military personnel, but now they have just opened up so that anyone is eligible to join PenFed, whether you are in the military or not. PenFed is focused on helping their members do better financially, no matter where they live or where they work. It's their mission to get them to earn and to save more, with better rates and lower fees across loans and savings needs. PenFed offers competitive rates on loans, credit cards, and checkings and savings products. PenFed is a credit union, meaning that they are a not-for-profit and member-owned co-op and can offer great rates versus paid shareholders. One of my favorite things about PenFed is they offer some of the best rates on auto loans and personal loans, which are loans for anything. So if you want to learn more about PenFed, hit the link below and it will bring you right to them. So start doing better with your money and check out the link in my bio to learn more. And thank you so much, PenFed, for sponsoring that portion of my video. Okay, guys, this is the teen hangout now. But guys, this used to be my daycare. I did daycare for 10 years, a long time. You're like, why? And many of you know the reason that I even started daycare was so I could keep a relationship open with my cute baby girl Navy when we were fostering her and she went back to her birth family, and it just kept going from there. And we took, I guess it took till she was 11 years old to actually adopt her, and so I just kept having that go all the way through. And I also thought, why? I have so many kids at home. I'm at home teaching them and loving them anyway. Might as well make some extra money for my family while I'm doing it. And so I opened a daycare and it was successful and I loved it while I was doing it. But we just closed it this past year, so I no longer have a daycare in my home. Now it is the teen hangout. As you can imagine, right now it's super quiet, but it used to be crazy loud at my house, especially when all my kids would be home and the daycare was going. Let's just say I have a very high noise tolerance level. So this is that first plan that I drew that the architect just had to change a couple things for, and this is where it all started. So how I first started is I draw it by hand and just super rough draft. Like I go through and I answer any questions, or I kind of sit there with the client and draw it and kind of just go through their mind what it is that they want in their home, what they want to accomplish, the views they want to see, etc. Then I turn it into a set of blueprint, or I draw this, turn it into this. All right, guys, we are gonna jump in his truck and head to, well, you'll see when we get there. All right, guys, so we are driving out to Benji's project that he has developed and been building. And these are not houses. These are actually really cool. I'm gonna wait a second to tell you what it is because you won't believe it. Like, you'll never guess, but it is amazing. Okay, guys, we are here. This is actually an amazing resort just outside of Zion's Canyon, and it's called Weeping Buffalo. And he has done this whole thing, developed, built, the whole shindig. So this is what it looks like. He's in the middle of developing this part over here.
Down there where you're kind of looking, there's a pen, and there's going to be a bunch of buffalo down there. That's part of why It's called Zion's Weeping Buffalo. So these buildings right here that I'm currently building are called kivas. They're gonna be like a mud hut, a little more modern. They have heat and air conditioning in them, but when we get them stuccoed, they're gonna look like there's mud. There's an interior. Some of them will have 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms and a full bath. And then upstairs, as you can kind of see there, there's a stairway. There's a deck on top of the roof that'll have a hot tub and a barbecue and a table and an area to kind of hang out and just enjoying the scenery here as you look over Zion's National Park.
Okay, and this is the part that he's already finished. Okay, let's keep going here. As you can see, there's some covered wagons on this side. So cool. We're gonna go into one. And these are teepees that he built. It's amazing. You guys, we need to go inside to show you, but these are glamping at another level. They're so cool.
But we're still gonna paint some petroglyphs. I haven't finished that yet. I gotta seal them and do a few little things just to finish them up. We are really pretty much done with those. There's some outdoor kitchens. On some of them, all of them have fire pits.
That's cute that they're called different names. Elixir, Telegraph.
And as you can see, some of them have a kitchen where you can just come out and barbecue and do your own thing. Not all of them have that, but some of them if you want to cook and not go out. And then I want to show you one of my favorite things that we're going to walk over to that I built and designed along with a guy that helped me. On this side that Tiffany's going to show you is the waterfall. So this covered wagon is called the Annie Oakley. Come on in here. This one has 2 beds.
How cute is this, you guys? It's so fun. So how fun is this glamping experience? This is so cool. And Benji literally did like all of this work and just put all the finishing touches on it. And a little bathroom.
And a big shower.
And a big shower. A big shower. So nice. So all of these.
So all of them have air conditioning and heat, so they feel modern.
Yeah.
You're not like totally out in the old west, but
Get
also
that
you get kind of
feeling.
that experience. And
Yeah.
you got internet and TVs and.
Total glamping. So
If you
fun.
don't want it, turn off the heater, turn off the air conditioner.
right?
Don't turn on the TV or the internet.
And
Just
then
go
you can have
experience
it be, then you can have it be like the real thing. So fun. All right, next we're gonna look in what are the teepees? They all have an outdoor kitchen, hot tub, fire pit.
So this is the bighorn, and on that teepee I'm going to paint a picture of the bighorn.
The little kitchen. They all have a full kitchen outdoors. It's really pretty when the fire pit's going.
So when you come, you have an option to either be by the waterfall or you can be on this pond.
Everyone has their own hot tub. All right, let's see the inside. These are for nightly rentals, so he knocked to make sure that nobody was there.
No!
Hello, hello.
All right, so come on in. Now this is my favorite. I got to design this bed. I love this bed.
So cool.
Let me turn on all the lights.
Oh my gosh, this is so nice. So pretty. Love this.
So when we first started designing these, there was some awesome Native Americans that live around here that came out, and they were looking at them and they're kind of watching what we were doing, and they actually came out and said, hey, you guys are actually doing a really good job at really trying to make these teepees look authentic, not just a cone. There's always a little slant and stuff. And so they were giving us a lot of ideas and different things to do. And so we tried to do it as authentic as we could to make it, make it really feel like what the Native American Indians would have maybe lived in, but yet modernized. So as you come in, you can see there's a loft up there. We went and got all these logs and we sanded them and stained them and put them all up. And we tried to make the finish on the walls look like leather. So we painted it and then we stained it. And we got a dream catcher on the bed.
And then you go up here and there's a little loft. You just want to sit up here, or if you have an extra guest that wants to sleep up here, which is so fun. Okay guys, so now you know what Benji does during the day while he is away. He is building and developing. We're actually starting
Wait, you didn't show the bathroom.
Oh, sorry, okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Let's see the
Yeah,
bathroom.
look at this stuff. Everything's like logs and just.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
I know.
This is creative. You got a nice huge shower.
Nice shower.
These are the towel racks. I love this sink. It looks like a rock, like we carved it. Yeah.
Pretty gorgeous. honey.
Antlers for towel holders.
But yeah, look, There's a toilet! So you don't have to go potty outside. Okay, so now you know what he does during the day. And this is until at least about 2 o'clock. And then Benji goes to
Soccer!
and he coaches our local high school soccer, both girls and boys. And he's actually an awesome coach. He's taken state. He actually took state the year that Bridger played for him as a senior, which how cool is that your son's playing for you and you take state. So
That was awesome.
that is what Benji does for a living. And currently what I do for a living, you guys saw that I am an architectural designer, but I have had to kind of put that on the back burner. So mostly my only clients are Benji or his partners, and so I stopped doing it for other clients because I'm too busy on YouTube, right? Showing you guys all of the craziness that happens in our lives. And so now you know what we do for a living and how we pay for 16 kids. And it is not all YouTube, and it didn't start even with YouTube, but YouTube has been an amazing experience and it has helped our family a ton. So we're grateful for YouTube as well. And we're grateful for all of you. We love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.